How y'all doing today? It's your boy Big L, and welcome back to Larry Reactions. Just here to talk about Sylvester Stallone's new movie on Amazon Prime, Samaritan. Samaritan. I had a good time with Samaritan. Samaritan was straight to the point, popcorn superhero movie. Uh, no bullshit, hard hitting, grinding, and I like that type of stuff. The story basically. Well, there were two brothers. Samaritan being Sylvester Stallone, and he had a brother named Nemesis. When they were younger, of course, they were born with super strength, and it got exposed in the public eye. In the town residents, they saw this, and you know how people are. People, they feel what they don't understand. So what ended up happening, they went lynch mob style, and they came and burnt their house to the ground, killing their parents, but the son survived. And growing up, basically, them seeing that, it was traumatizing. So, of course, Samaritan stayed on the righteous side of everything, and of course, Nemesis went on the evil side. So, of course, this was like the ultimate sibling rivalry, because they were always fighting. Operating out the same city, living in the same city, and it just came down to like the ultimate showdown, and then they disappeared, and never to be heard from for years. So, and then it takes place, of course, in the present day, and there's a little boy named Sam. Sam is obsessed with Samaritan. I mean, Samaritan is like his hero. He's obsessed with the legend of the Samaritan. Believes in everything that he stood for, everything. And I guess, of course, he kind of looks at Samaritan kind of like as that father figure, because it's just him and his mom. So of course it's got the single mother, son, son rambunctious, got full of ambition, but he gets into trouble. Dynamic. It's got that. So it comes down to the point where Sam just believes in his heart, even talking to conspiracy theorists, that Samaritan is alive. Samaritan is alive and well. And everybody just thinks he's crazy. And then one day he actually finds him. Sam catches himself, he get into some trouble. He's surrounded. Joe, which is Sylvester Stallone, Samaritan, he notices this happening, and he comes and he's like, Sam about to get his ass kicked. I mean, it's like four guys, and one of them actually looked like Tekashi 6ix9ine. I don't know what the hell was up with that, but that's where that look comes from. But anyway, so they start beating up on Sam. I mean, they damn near about to kill him. And then all of a sudden, here comes Joe. They're like, "Oh, who are you, old man? You don't want none of this." And bam, one of them broke his arm or his foot or whatever, and he swung two of them like they were pillars. I mean, like nothing. I mean, like nothing. One of them punched him and fractured his damn fist. I mean, it was good. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. So Sam looking at him and like I knew it. Like I knew you were still alive. I knew you were still alive. And the story progresses. Basically, Joe wants to forget everything that's happened in the past concerning Samaritan and his brother Nemesis. Like he's trying to live a simple life, being a garbage man, picking up garbage, digging through the garbage, fixing things and stuff like that. He just want to leave that behind him. And then you have the villain of the movie, which is Edwin. Edwin kind of like he a flashy kind of guy. Likes to do everything on a grand scale. He believes in the Nemesis way of doing things. And basically what ends up happening is he's looking. There was a hammer that was forged when Samaritan and Nemesis were fighting, and I mean some of the. It's funny because some of the dialogue, I mean, it comes straight out of a comic book. It's like they say the hammer was forged out of Nemesis' rage for his brother, and it's the only thing that could take him out and kill him. You know, it was straight out of a comic book, but very enjoyable, very enjoyable. So Edwin ends up finding the hammer, and basically rages, you know, basically starts to build an army, raging war against, you know, against the people who look down on people like him in the city. So he has this hammer, so he pretty much thinks he's unstoppable. And you know, the story progresses, and all this trouble starts to happen. I mean, just chaos. Edwin on the move. Edwin trying to build his empire, basically taking over the city. And of course, you know, Samaritan want to stay out the way, but you can't. It's something you just can't ignore. You can't ignore what's going on around you. People are getting hurt. People in poverty. I mean, city going into chaos, basically trying to make the city a living hell. And of course, can't let this happen. So Samaritan eventually, you know, he gets back into action. The fight scenes in this movie were very hardcore. Very hardcore. Some people might cringe because it's a lot of fractures and bone breaking. A lot of it. There's a twist at the end that I kind of saw coming towards the middle, flashback or something like that. But you know, I noticed a lot of people say they were surprised. I really wasn't. I really wasn't, because I kind of saw that coming. But like I said, it's a hard hitting, down to earth, grimy, popcorn, comic book / real life issues superhero movie. And it's definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. If you got time to kill, definitely check it out. Sylvester Stallone, 77 years old, man, and he's still doing it. Arguably one of the greatest actors of all time. I mean, still putting in work, still getting that work. So y'all comment down below if y'all checked it out, and y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. God bless the Fed. Whoa.